Greetings and welcome to SWTOR production gameplay video of Star Wars The Old Republic. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create your first Star Wars account. Thereafter, go ahead and fill in all the relevant information, and once that's completed, then you can go ahead and either launch the game either via Steam or using the launcher that's provided by the website. So the first thing that I would suggest you guys do, and it would actually be a benefit of you guys, is that instead of going to www.SWTOR.com, you go ahead and use my link that I will be providing in the description below. So it's this one here, www.SWTOR.com /r/rp, that's capital RP, small letter M, capital V, small letter M, capital B. Now, the reason I'm making sure I'm emphasizing the capitals is because it's case sensitive. So you have to enter it exactly as it is. But if you go ahead and look in the description, you can just click it from there and it'll open up the page exactly as it is here. So all this is basically, it's going to give you guys a reward based on what type of account you have. So in my previous video, I did mention the differences between the free-to-play, the preferred and subscriber accounts. And obviously, depending on what account you have, you're going to get different rewards. So we're going to touch on that a bit later once we actually create the account. So all you need to do here is that you just click the yes button, and then it's going to take you to the main page. The main page will then you just have to click on play free, which it'll then ask you to create an account. Then all you need to do to create an account is enter the relevant information, such as your display name, email address, a confirmed email address. You have to put it in. I'd suggest not putting or not copying and pasting it from the email address that you typed out. Type it out again, because sometimes you can make some mistakes, and if you put in the incorrect one, it will basically send the email to the one that you have entered. So if it's an incorrect one, you're not going to get a verification email, and of course you're not going to be able to start your adventure. So anyway, once that's completed, you can enter your country, then your date of birth. I don't really find the date of birth is all that important. I guess they kind of want it in terms of stats and for serving people. They want to see the average amount of people, the age of them. So I guess that's the reason behind it. But other than that, I haven't actually found a purpose for them actually asking for your data. But anyway, once completed, there is a few tick boxes that you will need to tick. Sign up for LucasArts email updates. You don't really need that. You also don't need to sign up for the BioWare email address. BioWare email updates. Those are, it's all on you basically. So whether or not you want to receive those updates, you can go ahead and click or not click on it. For me, I wouldn't really click on that. I wouldn't click on LucasArts ones, and you have to click on I have read and accepted the user agreements. Obviously, every single game will ask you to do so, and the same thing with this last one. Once done, you click the play now button, and the next thing that you will be popped up with is basically a page that will tell you to verify your account. The verification one is just an email that will be sent to the email address. So it'll look something like this right here. So this will just thank you for, trying to create your account, and all you need to do is click here. And once you click here, the link, it'll then pop up a username and password. That was the wrong one. This one here. So all it'll do is that you'll have the exact same email address that you have already entered. You're going to have to create your password. So obviously I'm not going to do the steps over here because it's a bit of a process. Sometimes it takes a bit longer, especially to get your verification email. So it took me around about 5 minutes to get the first one, and within that time I basically asked for a resend of the email. So I got 2 emails that were sent one time. So I didn't want this video to drag on for too long, so I basically just cropped this and I'm showing you guys. So once this is done and you enter your password, you click the submit button, and then you'll get the validation complete. It'll thank you for validating your email address and for registering a Star Wars account. And once that's done, you can click on the download now button. Now this is where there is a bit of differences. So if you don't feel like you want to use Steam for whatever reason it is, hey, it's your game, it's how you want to play it, you're more than welcome to do so any way you want. So if you want to go ahead and do the download now from the website, is that you just click that button there and then it'll download a launcher app. And from that point, it'll then do the installation on its own. And then you obviously will have to input some information there in order for the game to be, put into the relevant folders, the relevant drives, those sort of things. It's a basic game installation. For me, I particularly like Steam because Steam just makes it so easy. And also an additional tip is that depending on your ISP, which is your internet service provider, you will have some issues when it comes to downloading. So here's the brief explanation for it. Steam has a server, and usually they have a server on every country throughout the world. And on that server, it has all the games that Steam offers. So whenever you're trying to download or install a game on your PC, what happens is that it's just a link that's set up between you and the Steam server. And therefore you get the full bandwidth of whatever your internet service provider is giving you. So as an example, if you have 10 megabits per second as a bandwidth for your PC or the one that you're paying for, you will get the full 10 megabits per second. However, with the launcher that is installed or is downloaded from the website, what happens there is that it also adds an additional application called BitRadar. Now, BitRadar now it's kind of like a torrent where it uses peer-to-peer network, and it starts downloading instead of from server to PC. It's now using PC to PC. So that's your PC is linking up to a whole bunch of other people's PC and downloading the files from there. So it works exactly like how a torrent works. But the problem there is that some ISPs tend to limit or restrict the speed when it comes to peer-to-peer networks or torrents. So as an example, for me especially, when it comes to torrent or any form of torrent or peer-to-peer network downloads, it only gives me about 10% of my full bandwidth. So if I have 10 megabits per second, I'm only getting 1 megabit per second that's downloading via peer-to-peer. So that is definitely not working out for me, because I mean, a game that should take me a few hours to download will take me a few days. So it's really not that good. I remember the first time I did have ISP that did do a lot of restrictions, and it took me about 4 days to install the game. And this was years ago. Now, on the other hand, it's much better because I've changed ISPs and it's a lot better. But yeah, you do get some issues now and then, but I digress. So anyway, once it's completed, you then gonna go, let's see if I can find this one here. There it is. Okay, so the point that I was mentioning about the referral link is that you can go ahead and do it before creating your account, or alternatively after creating your account, you can always use it, and then obviously you're going to have to sign in, and then it links your account to my referral link. So these are the benefits that you could get. Obviously it's going to be the normal stuff that you will get as a free-to-play player, depending on whether or not you decide to keep it as a free-to-play player. If not, you want to go and subscribe, you then will get an upgrade to that. So all this is not really that important. Playing with friends is rewarding. Yeah, all of that, we all know that. This one here is in terms of if you are a subscriber and you do have a link, you will be getting some stuff from the people that use your link, and also the people that use your link will also be getting something on their own. So this is the one that's really going to be important to you guys. So as a free-to-play player, let's see, galactic gifts of boost and benefit. It is our way of saying thanks to the new and returning citizens to join the battle. Referred friends who are new to Star Wars can play up to level 50, free with no time limits as a free-to-play player. They also receive a Jumpstart bundle with boosts for faster leveling. This bundle is sold on the Cartel Market. So basically this Jumpstart bundle will give you 1 quick travel pass, 5 minor XP boost, and 1 inventory module. So that basically means that if you start off the game and you go onto your character and you look at the inventory, it'll probably have 4 out of 8 inventory slots or lines of slots that's available. So that's 40 inventory slots. That's 4 lines. And then what happens with this module is that it gives you an additional line, so 10 extra slots. So instead of having 4, you'll have 5. So that's an extra benefit for you guys if you're a free-to-play player. And then it also mentions returning friends that were previously premium players or subscribers receive 7 days premium play with unlimited access to level 50 plus the following. Okay, so let's cover the first part. So what happens here is that if you're a subscriber for 1 month, let's say, and you use my referral link, you will get an additional 7 days added to your 1 month. So there will be 37 days of gameplay that you will get. Alternatively, there is another trick that some of my friends kind of tend to use quite often, is that if a person plays a game and isn't subscribed or isn't playing the game for, let's say, a period of time for 6 months, what happens is that your account is now dislocated from the referral link. So you can then go and use the exact same referral link once again, and then you get an additional 7 days, and obviously you're going to get more game time. Now what happens there is that you're not going to get the bundle, but you're still going to get the 7 days of premium or subscriber days that you can play. So that's a good thing that you need to actually pay attention to, so you could apply it like every 6 months. The additional benefit is that you get a preferred friends bundle, which includes unlock to an inventory module. So that'll be 2 inventory modules that you will get. That's if you are a free-to-play first and then you become a preferred or subscriber. But if you're directly a subscriber, you will get 1 only. Thereafter you get an additional crew skill slot. So as a subscriber, or I guess subscriber is basically you get a whole bunch of things anyway. So as a preferred user, you normally get 2 slots of your crew skills. So then you can just apply this 1 more, and what happens is that you have all 3 crew skills. As a free-to-play player, you get 1. So you can't, obviously you can't use this because you'll have to either buy it, which it is sold on the cartel market. So if you do link your account to a security authenticator, which is an app that you install on the phone, we'll be touching a bit later, you get 100 cartel coins, and eventually you can save up and you can purchase this bundle. Okay, then you get display titles, which is basically locked as a free-to-play and a preferred user. So you can go ahead and apply that to every character. And what this does is that it gives you a box in your mailbox. And that box or container you get on every single character that you create. So if you go and create a character and you feel that you don't want that character and you already used the box or the crate and you already applied all this stuff, you can go and delete the character and recreate a new character, and you will get a new bundle, a new crate that will have all the stuff that is listed. So that's absolutely good. The other thing is that you get unified colors. Now unified colors is actually pretty good, especially if you're a free-to-play and preferred user. When it comes to any MMO games that you're playing with other people, you tend to want to show off, and you usually show off with either your weapons and your clothing. And what this unified colors does is that it matches the color of all your armor pieces. So for instance, if you have a chest that's black, and then you have a white glove, and you have a red pants, and you have a blue boots, what happens is that it matches the colors of your chest to every other part of your armor. So your white gloves will then become black, your red pants will become black, and so on. So that's actually good to have. So I would suggest that you guys try and get to be preferred users as much as possible. Use the link, you get these free stuff, and it'll make your game that much more enjoyable. So with that being said, the next important thing that we need to touch up on is, let's go ahead and look at the account. So we're going to go and view the account. In order for you to view your account is obviously you just go to SWTOR.com, you click on the login button, you enter your username, you enter your password. If you have a security key, you enter that, but obviously right now you wouldn't have it, so this is the first time you're going to be going into this website. So you're going to go to My SWTOR, you're going to click on My Account. Oh, it looks like I'm going to have to enter that once again. So let's get that out of the way. Obviously for security reasons, I can't really do that on screen. So anyway, there we go. So the first thing you're going to look at is modify your account. Now everything that you're going to have over here is going to be based on you, and try and fill it out as much and as honestly as possible. So account creation is done. Then you need to fill out your security question. Now once you click that, it's going to ask you a whole bunch of security questions. So you're going to go ahead and enter whatever you want. Like for instance, what's your favorite restaurant? Then you put in the answer there. Then you have to choose another one. What's your favorite cousin? You just choose all of this. So what does tend to happen is that if you don't have a security key linked up to your account and something happens to your account, like for instance, you get locked or somebody hacks into your account. So one of the EAA or BioWare representatives will ask you these security questions and you will have to answer them. And then they can go ahead and unlock your account or do whatever that's needed. So once that's done, you're then going to go and look and see if you want to buy a subscription plan. So subscription plan is also going to be based on whether or not you are playing it via the internet or via the link from the website or Steam. So one thing to note is that once you do access it via Steam, so for instance, via Steam, you're just going to go to SWTOR, so Star Wars The Old Republic. You can click play, and then of course it's gonna link your Steam account to whatever you put in the launcher. So for instance, if I click play right now, so it's going to come up to the launcher, and whatever the first display name is that I put here, it'll link that account to my Steam account. And then obviously you can unlink it later on and then you can change it. But the problem with that is that anything that you purchase will only apply to the account that you purchased it on. So let's get that out of the way. And obviously once you do finish your account, you're going to do the launching of Steam. We're going to touch that up on a bit later. So anyway, we were on this one. So we're going to enter security, then you're going to buy a subscription plan. So we're going to have a look at that. You can either purchase it from here or you can purchase it from Steam. My video from that I created a couple days ago, it basically explains about whether or not you should actually go to Steam or actually purchase it from the website. For me personally, it's Steam all the way because it localizes the currency. It gives you a much cheaper option than actually buying it from the website, because for me, being in South Africa, I deal with rands. And obviously this is either going to be US dollars or it's going to be euros. And depending on the rand dollar or rand euro exchange rate, it's going to fluctuate. So it's going to be 1 month higher, 1 month lower, depending on the exchange rate. So with Steam, it kind of sets it to an average that everybody can pay for. So that is actually a benefit to me. And as I mentioned in that video, it actually gives me quite a bit of saving. 10 months of subscription, I get a free month. That's basically the savings that I have. So anyway, you can purchase your subscription. And if you're a free-to-play player and you don't feel that way, hey, it's all up to you. You don't have to. So the last part, set up a security key. This is optional, but I would highly suggest that every single person, irrespective of what account you have, like for instance, if you are, that was the wrong button, there's it here, security key. Yeah, if you're free to play, if you're a preferred user, if you're a subscriber, go ahead, get the security key, and that will basically give you 100 cartel coins every single month, irrespective of whether or not you subscribed or whether you are playing the game. It's continuous 100 every single month. You can go away for the game for 6 months and you come back 6 months later and you have 600 cartel coins in your account. I mean, how awesome is that? So yeah, obviously when you click the security key, you're going to have to fill out all the information here. And then once that's done, it's going to tell you to download the authenticator from either your Google Store or your Apple Play Store. So you get that onto your PC. It's going to give you a key that you're going to have to link. So the app will give you a certain amount of numbers and letters, alphanumeric like link. You take that and you apply it to the website and to your account. And then every single time that you're launching the game, you're going to have to enter the security key. And it basically puts an additional layer of security to your account. So that basically touches up on creating your account. And obviously at any time you can go ahead and use my link and you'll get the free stuff. So the next step will be Steam. Okay, so once that's done, once your account is created and you're either using Steam or you're either using the launcher directly from the website, you're going to then have to install the game. Before installing the game, it'll ask you to enter the information. So the information display name is obviously going to be whatever you created your account to be, password, whatever password you put in, and then this part right here, it all depends on whether or not you have a security key. So if you do have a security key, you enter that over there, it authenticates and it allows you to go through. If you don't have it, you press the login button, and I know that before what it used to do is that it asked you to put in the security key. If you had it, you add it there. If you didn't have it, it sends like a verification email to your email address. Then from there, you copy that and you apply it to the text box that's given, and you say okay or accept, and once that's done, then it starts launching the game and starts installing it if it's the first time. So that's actually like a security feature, especially when it comes to games like this, because people tend to spend a lot of money, a lot of time in it, and what happens is that hackers go and try and hack accounts, and they retrieve these accounts online, through many means. It could be by a brute force attack, it could be by phishing or whatever it is. They could get your username and password, they could access your account, they can take out every single money that you have, spend all the cartel coins that you have, or take that account and sell it to somebody else. So this kind of is used to prevent that. So once that's done, you basically are ready for the game. You just have to wait for it to install if you haven't installed the game already, and then once the installation is complete, you're good to go. So I think that's it for this part of the video. Obviously, as I mentioned before, that you are going to be linked. Your Steam account is going to be linked to the first one that you log into using the launcher. So then what's going to happen is that you can't actually have multiple accounts when using Steam. You can go in a way, like for instance, you can go here to your Steam unlink. It'll have like whatever the first account was, and you can click the unlink button, so it'll remove it, and then you can go and add another account to the Steam account. And it's a bit of a process, but it's in terms of security, this is the way that you can purchase things from Steam, and it'll link it directly to your account, so there's no mishaps. So yeah, that's another way that you can do things. But anyway, that will be it. All you'll need to do now is get to understand how to play the game, create your character, which is another video that I'm going to be creating. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, where I'll be discussing what's next as soon as you have the game downloaded, installed, and you click the play button. So till next time, cheers.